Hey guys, it's Cara from Never Skip Brunch, and I'm bringing you some tips for designing the perfect deck. Before we get started, hit that red subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date with more decor videos just like this. So a well-planned deck will effortlessly host casual backyard barbecues or chic alfresco dinner parties. Here's my process for designing the perfect deck. So first you have to decide whether to DIY or not. If you have a lot of experience, this might be an easy choice, but if you normally DIY but aren't sure you have the skills to take on this project, my best tip is to be honest with your skill set. I love DIY, but we outsourced our deck and we're so happy with the results. Outsourcing to a pro might sound more expensive, but it can actually save you from costly mistakes that are gonna drain your time and budget. Okay, phase 2, once you've decided to DIY or hire a pro, is to think about the function of your space. So first, think about what activities you're gonna do in this space, make a list of all that you want to be able to do, and think about how to incorporate these into your design. So a pro tip for this is to plan for the future and not just your immediate needs. Is a hot tub something you want down the road? Plan a space for that now so that you can make the addition later easily, since your deck is gonna last you a really long time. Some other things to consider to make sure your deck functions well is the size of your lot, where the sun rises and sets, any views you want to make sure to be able to capture, and any awesome views in your backyard that you want to make sure you're able to enjoy when you're sitting on your deck. You also want to think about posts and beams and traffic flow. Is there anything you want to make sure not to block? What's going to be the easiest design in terms of people entering and exiting the yard or your house? These are things you can sit down with your contractor to see what's possible, but having a good idea of what you really want before going in is going to help him design a deck that best meets your needs. Okay, so let's talk about choosing materials. The materials you choose for your deck are essential. They need to be able to last a really long time, be sustainable, be low maintenance, and withstand all of the elements, whatever that means for your area. A high quality material is going to be totally worth the investment to keep your deck looking pristine even after it's been outside and exposed to all the elements for a while. My pro tip here is that options are essential. If you're choosing a material that only comes in 5 colors, while it may be functional and perform well, it's really going to limit you from a design standpoint, and that might mean you don't really get to design the deck of your dreams. So this is why I like companies like TimberTech. Their decking comes in 35 different colors and 3 widths, so you can really get creative when it comes to designing your aesthetic for your space. Add some visual variety. This might mean you choose an accent color and choose to accent with a different color than the decking you chose. Or it might mean you go with the same color but implement some variety in the board width or in different inlays like herringbone or pinstripe or picture frame. Whatever your style, you want to leverage variety in both color and the design to create a space that has some interest and isn't just one slab of the same color. Okay, so now for the fun part, the design. Samples are going to be your best friend when designing your color palette and all the little details that go into your space. Brands like TimberTech offer free samples so you can order different widths, different colors, and play around with it to see kind of what you like best. So your color planning should start with the deck material you choose, because a large space is going to contribute a lot of that hue, and you want to be able to build your color palette around that. So another pro tip is when you're designing your space, flat lay some of the elements so you can see how everything works together. So taking a sample of decking and some of the fabrics you're interested in and the color palette to really see how everything works together and make sure it looks cohesive and polished. Planning the perfect deck means designing it to fit your lifestyle. Okay, those are my best tips when it comes to designing your perfect deck. I had so much fun in the process of designing our space, and I get to do it all over again moving to Houston. We have a whole new yard that's a blank canvas to redo. So those are some of the things I learned and some of the tips I would recommend. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and then hit that red subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date with more decor videos just like this. This video is sponsored by TimberTech.